Hey there, everyone. CJ here. How are you? We're going to have Mr. Steven Saylor with the Judy Project come and talk to us today. And Phil waved and said hi ho. And go ahead and say hi.
Hi, everybody.
And so
it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad you were able to come and chat with us.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it.
Never heard of the Judy Project before, so we're going to find out when we do our 12 noon podcast. So just for a moment, we're going to be a little bit quiet.
4 or 3?
4 or 3. 1, 3, odd, 2, and 4, okay, so even. We do this every week. It's something that we just can't remember. Neither one of us.
It's called bad short-term memory.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so hope everyone's having a great day. We're going to start heating up outside. So, yep, I posted on Carson Rural Communities on Facebook a reminder about keeping yourself safe when it's super hot. Drink lots of water is the first thing, and not soda like I'm doing. And anyway, don't forget to like our page on Carson Rural Communities on Facebook. And once we get our YouTube converted today, hopefully you'll send your friends over to watch that, and hope you'll comment on that. And so now I got to be quiet.
Well,
just for a moment.
I'm going to cut in a little early, probably.
Anticipation.
5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, everybody. This is Bill Woolley, and you are listening to KNVC 95.1 FM, Carson City. It is 12 noon on a Thursday, which means you are listening to Carson Rural Communities with CJ Giltner and Phil Woolley. Hello, CJ.
Hello, Mr. Phil. How are you?
Oh, good. I actually picked the right mic today. I'm doing good.
Oh, yeah. And you got sound on for everybody?
Right. The music's down.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, now the music's all the way.
All right. Now it's all low here now. So hope everyone's having a good day.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm having a pretty good day. I did notice it's a little smoky coming in.
Yeah, it is outside. It's very smoky.
From all the fires in California.
In California and Oregon.
Yeah.
Yes. So I have a friend who came to visit me, Mr. Steven Saylor. He is with the Judy Project, and it's a fairly new nonprofit to me, but you're not new.
No, we've been around since 1999. The Judy Project, and it's a nonprofit 501c3. We're located in Dayton, Nevada, and my wife Johnny and I run the foundation, and we have a couple other board members who help out, and we have a animal rescue program and a sanctuary.
Well, that's cool. I noticed on Facebook, this is how I learned about you through our general manager, Steve. You have peacocks.
Yes. I've had peacocks since 72 when I first moved to Dayton. I went and got a pair, and now we have 28 peacocks and 5 baby peacocks.
Oh, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So are you going to post some little videos of the baby peacocks? Have I missed that yet?
My wife's been shooting videos of them and posting them. Yeah. Actually, she's given them to Jadine, who's on our board, and she's doing the social media and the posting.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty good job.
So how did the Judy Project come into life here?
Well, Lyon County Animal Control, they only deal with dogs and horses and burros, and they always considered cats to be feral animals. So back in the day, we knew the gal that was running the animal shelter, and we told her that since they couldn't deal with it, we'd be happy to have them refer any cat-related problems or issues to us, like lost cats or feral cats that needed rescuing or a home or getting vet care. Mm-hmm. So we started working with Lyon County, and to this day, they still don't deal with cats. We do.
Sure.
Yeah, you got to go to like Fallon or something for the cats, right? When it comes to, I mean, I remember looking up, trying to figure out where the animal services all were located.
The main one's near Silver Springs.
Silver Springs.
In Silver
Yeah,
Spring.
they
Okay.
built a new shelter there.
Okay.
I don't know, 5-10 years ago,
Do they
something
handle
like
cats
that.
there?
Pardon?
Do they take cats in there, or is it just dogs?
Nope, no cats.
Wow.
Wow.
I guess they figure they don't need to. The Sailors are doing it. The Judy Project,
Right.
So why bother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And I know of a few of other individuals in the area who actually help with feral cats too, but you have the nonprofit capability to help with certain things like maybe food, things like that.
Yeah, food, vet care, stuff like that. Yeah. So
Yeah. And you had mentioned that years ago you used to drive to, was it PetSmart to get the food?
yeah, we got 2 grants from the Hawkins Foundation for animal food, and then I bought an 18-foot box van, so I would drive out to Stead to PetSmart, and they would load the box van with 12 big pallets of pet food and toys and cages and beds and all that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anything they sell in the store. And a lot of the food was not, in fact, all the food was just fine, but it might have had an expiration date on it or a sale tag that was no longer effective. So rather than throw it away, they couldn't sell it in the store. They would donate it to us.
Oh, that's cool. So
and I would bring it home, and I had a forklift, and I'd unload these pallets, which are like 6-8 feet high.
wow.
And then we had 85 individuals and groups that would come to get animal food for their programs or them individually.
So how does that work now? What do you do now? Is it the same situation where the community can come and get cat food, dog food?
Well, now we aren't getting any food donated. So it'd be nice if we could get that back in place. But at the moment, that program went away. So we have to go buy all the food.
Oh, that's a lot. So
it sounds like a need right now. Then.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're spending over $1,000 a month on food.
Wow.
Yeah. Plus then vet care for the animals. So
how many animals are we talking about?
Normally we have about 100 on the property.
Oh, wow.
So how many acres do you have?
Just under 5.
Oh, that's good. That'll take care of 100 animals.
Yeah.
So do you do any kind of fundraising to bring the funds to help feed the animals?
Well, that's what we're going to start putting out there now, is for fundraising and donations. And Jadine's going to put together a GoFundMe page and stuff, so we can see if we can start getting some resources in to help pay for the food and stuff.
Great. And you guys are a 501c3, which means tax deductible for anybody who makes.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
So are people allowed to come onto the property and look at your animals?
Oh,
and things
absolutely.
like that?
Yeah, we encourage it. Yeah.
So then what's that address?
Right.
It's 400 Cemetery Road in Dayton.
Okay.
Which is Main Street in Old Town. And if you keep going up the hill, as soon as you pass the courthouse on the left, it becomes Cemetery Road. And it goes up to the old cemetery in Nevada, which was built in 1850.
Wow. So do you ever have any like school functions where they come in? What is it? A field trip, I guess, for lack of words.
Yeah, we've had field trips from the schools.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
Summer groups coming and stuff like that.
Cool. So do you have any like educational workshops, things like that?
At the moment, no, we don't. But actually, it's interesting. A young girl from Dayton, she's 16, just sent me an email. She's interested in becoming a vet and learning education related to the animals.
Cool.
Just this morning, so I replied back to her.
That would be great. And I just learned recently that the 4-H club is starting back in the Dayton area again, and so that would be a great way to harmonize the two organizations together. And I believe we're going to have someone from 4-H come and chat with us one day soon. So yeah, I should hook you guys up, but you probably already know them.
My wife, Johnny, probably does.
Yeah.
Well, then there's the Boys and Girls Club out there too. So
right.
If they'd like to come and visit with the animals and visit with Casper the donkey, and He's a
Oh,
little guy. Everybody likes to get their picture sitting on his back. So
oh,
little white burro.
oh,
Are you
that's so
guys
cute.
in need of volunteers?
We can always use some help. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that gal Zoe reached out to me
Cool.
to see if she could help. There's always stuff to clean up. Breaking is
Oh,
always a
sure.
priority
With 100
around the property. Yeah,
with
A lot of
100
litter boxes to clean up.
animals. Yeah,
yeah, litter boxes. Yeah,
yeah.
that's my job. One of them.
Lucky
Yeah.
you.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and
gosh.
feeding the animals. So
Do you have a favorite animal that you like?
oh, no, not really.
They're all favorites, aren't they?
Yeah, it's hard to pick one.
I know.
There is
Yeah.
a little black Chihuahua named Mr. Bailey that's kind of taken me on.
Aw.
So he has to sleep with me every night now. So he's a little black guy. He's hard as a rock, just solid.
I had a little
So-
black Chihuahua for 15 years. His
Did
name
you?
was Taco, of course. And he was
Taco. Yeah.
Taco.
one of the best
So
dogs ever.
yeah. So Mr. Bailey and then Crockett. He's a little Chihuahua. He kind of rescued us. So when we rescued him, he turned everything around at the house.
Wow, that's too funny.
They're good at that.
Yeah, they are good at that. They're great watchdogs.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So do any of them have any special needs diets that folks could help with?
No, not in particular. We've had some special needs animals, but at the moment they've passed away and then they get buried there on the property. So, but at the moment, everybody seems to be pretty good.
Happy little campers.
Happy campers, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So take us into since you have 100 animals, take us into a day starting at sunrise.
Oh, well, I get up at 5
Okay.
and get my morning coffee, and then by about 6, I'm out in the yard, letting the animals out. Everybody's got a bed at night. They're all in, except peacocks. They sleep up in the trees.
Right.
So I go up and open the aviary and let the turkeys out, and a few peacocks that's living there, and some of the chickens, and then feed them a lot of scratch. That's one of the main things we buy a lot of is scratch. Everybody seems to eat it, including all the little ground squirrels that seem to have moved in.
Oh, I have a few in my backyard right now too.
Yeah, they eat a lot of stuff.
They do.
And they fill up their little chubby cheeks and off they go.
They're storing it away.
Yeah.
Sounds like they know where to go.
Yeah. So do the morning feeding for the horses and the burro and the birds and the dogs and the cats and all that. Takes about 45 minutes to an hour. And then, cleaning litter boxes. And
Yeah. Okay.
raking up. Casper, the little burro, he just wanders the yard. And he comes to the back door every morning and knocks on the back door until I go out and get him his sweet feed.
I hear they're pretty good security, too.
Yeah, they're good security. Yep. Between them and the peacocks and the chihuahuas,
Nobody's
you can't be
sneaking
sneaking up on us. That's for sure.
That's good. That's nice to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what time does your day usually end with them?
Oh, at dusk.
At dusk?
Yeah. The peacocks start going up in the trees about 8 or so, and then the turkeys go in, and whoever's going to go in the aviary goes in. So probably about this time of year, about 8:45, everybody go out and close up everything and make sure everybody's in. And we have one of those Alexas that says, sets a reminder of your shopping list. So it says, Steven, remember to close the aviary.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Steven, remember to see if all the cats are in. So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
I bet it's crazy out there around dinner time.
Yeah.
Like everything's hungry, everything's excited to see you.
Yeah.
They're all
That's
excited to
exactly
see
right,
you.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Everything makes noise.
So what do you have to do that's different in the winter months? If we have snow.
Yeah, if we have snow. Well, not a whole lot other than shoveling, the sidewalks and stuff if there's a lot of snow. But the peacocks don't mind the cold weather at all. They're from northern India, so they're
Right.
used to cold weather. The only time we've ever had them not get up in the trees was many years ago when it got to be 20 below in Dayton, and then they got down out of the trees and laid around the house
Where it was warm
where
from
it was
from
warm
the
from
from the
sun.
little vents and things. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Wow. So we
So-
had peacocks when I was growing up, and there was one year. In fact, I was 15. We had a horrible winter, and we don't get that very often back in Louisiana. But it was so cold that the branches from the pine trees were just snapping off, and we had peacocks too. And I remember one time where one of the pine trees, which is probably 30 feet high,
Uh-huh.
the branches were snapping off, and the peacocks were just going nuts over the crack noise that you would hear, that popping noise, and they were just going all over the place. One of them landed on my shoulder and refused to go anyplace else except, oh my goodness, stay right there. I'm going to stay right here. Yeah, he was kind of afraid of all the snappiness that was going on from the ice. And I think that's probably the last time I ever saw peacocks act that way. So
Yeah, it was not last year, but the year before. We had horrible winds and the heavy wet snow,
yeah,
and our property's covered in trees. I think I've got like 50, 60 trees that I planted. I had 2 trees when I moved there at 72. So I started planting trees to get some shade. So now the property is completely covered in shade.
oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah,
But
when you
that
drive around the
storm,
corner
that
around it,
storm
there's
took down a lot of stuff, boy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
We have no trees where I'm living.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we need that.
I got some sagebrush in my yard. That's about it.
Yeah.
So, would you like to share your phone number? I've noticed a couple of people posted on Facebook as well as next door that these peacocks just showed up and they don't know who they belong to. Well, we know who they belong to now. Would you like to have them call you?
Yeah, they can call the house phone, and if we don't pick up, leave a message. That's 775-246-0659.
Great,
Yeah.
great.
I have
Well,
a question, real quick.
go right ahead.
What do you call the noise a peacock makes? It's like a meow, a scream. I mean, what? I mean,
They have
is there a name for that?
they have a range of calls. One's a warning call. The other is a mom. Mama peacock has specific calls to call her little chicks.
I guess what I'm asking is if I were to describe, this peacock was making noise at me, what would I say? It's cat calling me? I mean,
Yeah, it sounds like a cat calling, or the sheriff used to tell us he'd get calls all the time. There was some woman screaming up on the hill.
That's
And,
funny. Someone screaming on the hill.
Yeah,
Peacock.
but,
So if there's not a term for that, I would very much like to look into it.
I would say screaming.
screaming, yeah.
Screaming.
Yeah.
Not even hollering, just screaming. Yep.
Yeah.
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 Unique
So,
dinosaurs.
yeah. So the Judy Project, it's been really good. We've done a lot of good work with it. In 2009, we were voted real animal rescue heroes by
Yeah,
the
check out this
American Red
Wheaties box
Cross.
up here.
I'm going to put it up on the
Yeah.
as close where
And we
people
got a
can
Wheaties
see
box, and
Yeah, you made it when you made it on the Wheaties.
Look, I know it's backwards, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There, cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
so that was a nice little honor to get, little recognition. And
I see it had the American Red Cross on there and some
yeah,
other
they're the
things.
ones that awarded it to us.
Wow. And what was the award for?
Johnny and Stephen Saylor, Animal Rescue Heroes.
Oh, isn't that nice?
The Real Heroes Award, March 26, 2009.
That is
It's a
awesome.
well-deserved Wheaties cover.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool.
So you have a Facebook page called The Judy Project.
Uh-huh.
Again, that's The Judy Project. And then, do you have a website?
That's what I'm working on.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I'll
got it.
have Phil help me with that one.
Cool.
No, I'm working on the website.
Well, all right. That's awesome.
So we're getting that set up, and we do have Gmail. It's the Judy Project 2, the number 2, not the word, just the letter or the number 2, at gmail.com.
So the Judy Project,
2.
the number 2 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll throw you some links up on my site too.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to say thank you so much for coming out here. It's kind of like short notice. Steve told me about you, and I, let me call him, see if he can come over and visit us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
this is
I'd be
cool.
happy
I mean,
to come back anytime.
knew nothing
Great.
about this. I've been driving around your house for years now. It's kind of it's cool to get to know you now.
Yeah. Excellent.
Nice to get to know you too, Phil. Now you have to stop by.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna toss you guys some gloves. Be like, come on, come join us.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever been there and been in my gallery, my art gallery.
No, I've
Oh, you have an art gallery?
That's about it.
Where's that? Where's that?
Right on the property. See,
We got to go visit.
my studio's a 1868 Carson, Colorado Railroad baggage car
Oh, wow.
that they drug up there in 1938 when they closed the line. And then I built a gallery on it about 15 years ago. So
Wow.
show all my artwork in there. And
Cool.
then the money we raise from the sale of the art goes to the Judy Project.
Isn't that cool?
I had no idea there's so much awesomeness going on right there.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've been driving past it for years. I've been yelling at your peacocks.
Another secret location discovered. Exactly.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Well, I'm going to turn this over. We need to do our mandatory PSAs. And so,
Can I sneak one in really quick before you get started on that?
yes, go right ahead.
We've got about, last I checked, we had 4 spots left at the blood drive at Grocery Outlet this Saturday. If you would be interested in donating blood to save somebody's life, you can go to desertpigs.com/blood and click on the big orange button right there, and it'll take you right to the Vitalent site to show you what spaces are available. If you see one, snag it up.
Cool. Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. So let's get those PSAs, and then I have a question to ask you.
Okay.
So this one is the Carson Area Metropolitan Planning Organization, also known as CAMPO. CAMPO invites the public to participate in a long-range transportation survey. And we need that, right?
This affects
Yes.
all of you guys, everybody
So-
that's on the road.
CAMPO is asking for the public's input as we begin the update of our region's long-term transportation and transit plans. CAMPO area covers the Carson City, Mount House, Dayton, and Lyon County, and Indian Hills, Johnson Lane, as well as Johnson Lane in Douglas County. And this survey will inform both the long range, the regional transportation plan for the Campo area, and the transit coordinated human services plan, a short range and a long range plan for transit in the Campo area. These two plans are aimed at addressing the community's transportation needs and improving coordination between transportation providers and human service organizations. And your participation is essential to inform transportation priorities in the region. So I'm going to give you the phone number and the website. The phone number is 775-283-7525. And then the Carson Area MPO.com, which is Campo.com is the website. What are you tinkling over there on?
I'm listening to my headphones here too.
Okay, and then let's see. Nights Off the Street PSA is Nights Off the Streets presents Hands Across Carson, Getting Groovy. And that flyer I uploaded today with all the other flyers that I do by date time. It's a barbecue dinner, music raffle, and auction. And that's on Saturday, July 19th from 4:30 to 8 p.m. And it's going to be held at the Governor's Mansion. And that street address is 606 Mountain Street. Tickets are $95 for the dinner, dessert, and a beverage. And if you'd like to get a ticket, go over to Knott's Carson. Knott stands for Night Off the Streets. NOTS. knottscarson.org. Okay. Then we have the Carson City Sheriff's K-9 unit. You and your golf team can support the Carson City Sheriff's Office K-9 unit at the second annual CCSO K-9 unit golf tournament at Silver Oak Golf Club on August the 2nd, and become a sponsor and or sign up to play now at carson.org/K9. So carson.org/K9, and the phone number 775-283-3422. And then the Computer Corps is having their 2025 Tech Camp. They've had 2 of them. The first one is June 16th through June 27th. And so this last one is July 7th through July 18th. Oh, there's one more. July 28th through August 8th. So space is limited. I'm going to give you that phone number, 775-883-2323. And it says Computer Corps is once again hosting the summer tech camps where students ages 9 through 15 have fun and learn about computer recycling, testing, assembly, and operation.
So cool.
Yeah, and at the end of the camp, they take home their own computer system.
Even cooler.
Oh, wow. Isn't that cool? So again, that phone number is 775-883-2323. And I'm going to give you that email too. It's admin@computercorps.org. And so, yeah, those are our PSAs for this week. And so you told me today about a possible liver transplant. Did I hear that right?
Yeah. So, okay, so here it is. On a local news station recently, a couple weeks back, shared a story about a little boy, a 1-year-old boy in Virginia, actually, who was in need of a liver transplant to save his life. And I don't know, it just hit me. I'm scrolling my Facebook and happened to see it, and I'm like, well, this crossed my path. I'll go ahead and I inquired. One thing led to another. I might have gone through 2 rounds of screening and mailed in my stuff the other day.
He might have.
I might have.
Okay.
So yeah, my information is with the transplant center in Virginia, and I really don't know much about the kid or the parents or anything like that. I just know that, I saw the little baby with the tube in his nose and just felt bad for him. And apparently I wasn't the only one, because I think this story hit the Associated Press and went national. So they're getting actually overwhelmed with people trying to donate their livers to this kid.
Oh, wow.
And they're having to do it in groups now. If this one group doesn't pass, then they'll bring in the next wave. So,
wow.
Either way, this kid's getting saved, no doubt. But it's also connecting potential donors with other potential recipients, as the mom has been sharing other people's stories, saying okay, we're good here, but this guy needs help. And
wow.
So yeah, my name's on the list. I think I have 1 in however many thousands of chance of actually becoming the donor.
Wow.
And especially considering, I've already given away some parts already. So I don't know if that would put me at the top of the list or not. But if it comes down to it, yeah, I'll go back to the rodeo.
Okay.
I'll give up another organ.
Well, that's good to know. Giving up another organ, I'm not sure, but you know the boundaries. You know the limits the human body, your human body can take. So
I test it off.
I say best wishes. Definitely. And so I just want to remind everyone that you can go to our Facebook page, Carson Rural Communities, and see our videos. We post them usually within 24 hours in their raw format. They're not edited or anything like that. All I do is convert them to a YouTube, so it's easier to see. And I hope you will like our YouTube video and do some commenting and sharing.
Get involved.
We're all about the community, the Carson rural communities that include Lyon County, Story County, Douglas County, Churchill County, as well as Carson City. And with that being said, what I've been doing lately is uploading every flyer for an event that I see that's coming up, and I try to put them in date order. The most important thing right now is we're getting ready to go into a heat wave, and so I have some information about taking care of yourself and making sure you're hydrated. I also have information about your pets. Please don't leave them in the car. They will die.
Yeah.
It's the only way to put it. So if you can leave your pets home, please do. And back to those flyers, some of the things that we have posted are the Everything Sucks Fest. Yes. There's a posting further down in all those flyers regarding school supplies for one of the schools in Silver Springs. Odeon Saloon has their event coming tomorrow.
That's right.
Their pre-grand opening. And then we have what's near and dear to my heart, but things have changed in my household, so I'm not sure if I get to go to it tomorrow, but it's the Rocky Horror Picture Show right at the Brewery Arts Center. It's a free event to go, and you know how people love to participate with that. We have the information about the 4-H Club. We have the Lyon County Fair flyers are on there. Let's see. We have Christmas fairs are already starting to be advertised. So if there's a holiday fair coming up, I put it on there as well. There is the Story County Child Care Scholarship. And then I also reposted the Veterans Healing Camp information. We're trying to get that out across America, not just here in the rural communities. And so with that being said, how many seconds do I have?
Oh, we got a few seconds here. I got the fade out music kicking in right now.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you for listening. Go back and have a wonderful day. And I hope you enjoyed your lunch break with us, and come back and see us next week. We love you all.
Good to see you guys, or good to hear from, well, good to be heard, I guess.
Yeah, good to be heard.
Thank you for listening. This is 95.1 KNBC FM, Carson City. KNBC.org for people outside the Carson City listening area. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next Thursday.
Love you all. Bye.